Okay. So 50 Cent says, shit getting real out here. Hey, the tickets ain't selling. And this is how petty 50 is. Obviously, 50 is just trying to poke fun at, Beyonce and claiming, what the fuck is this? Paramount Plus just like, what the fuck? Oh, so he's just trying to clown Beyonce, claiming that the tickets won't sell. Obviously trying to get at Jay. He don't like Jay nor Beyonce. I'm going to be honest with you. I think 50 should chill out. Beyonce's tour is going to sell out. This is the real thing about tickets when you're in the system like Beyonce is. And this is why what 50's doing, like fans might buy into it, claiming that Beyonce's tour tickets are not going to sell. Live Nation, which, wait, does Live, wait. Yeah, they do own Ticketmaster, right? Yeah. Live Nation owns Ticketmaster. Let me tell you how this works. Live Nation is the closest, probably other than Amazon, to having a complete monopoly over an industry. And they actually have a bigger monopoly more than like Amazon. Amazon is in retail and sales. Live Nation has made it where touring is completely in their wheelhouse. They own Ticketmasters, they own the venues, they own the festivals, they own every damn thing. What happens is that they also choose and pick and choose where they want to kind of funnel the people that buy tickets to, which, what does that say? These tours, they can't flop. When they send Kendrick out on a Grand National Tour, again, just look who's behind it, right? Grand National Tour. Once you look who's behind it, it's going to tell you all you need to know. Look, the location. We're going to see, it's going to be Live Nation or something like that. Let's see, Live Nation. Well, we'll just go to their website. We'll see it there. Okay, you see Live Nation right here, right? Yo, Live Nation isn't rolling the die to put Kendrick in stadiums. That's why when people say, oh, Kendrick's about to flop, he can't flop. First of all, Live Nation, as I'm telling you, it's almost like a monopoly. Live Nation, if their ticket sales are going to slow down, right, they're going to give away 10,000 tickets to all radio stations. So radio stations are going to give them out. Extra free promo. They own a shit ton of billboards, okay? They, it's a ticketing website they own, which is called Ticketmaster. If you're on Ticketmaster trying to buy a little Boosie tickets, they're just going to have an ad. Like, shit, even if you go to Ticketmaster right now, right? This is for the bigger artists. This is why I said those concerts can't flop. Go to Ticketmaster, just put my name in, right? DJ Akademiks, right? When you do this, you're going to see look, you see DJ Akademiks birthday live podcast. I don't have a deal with Live Nation, right? So I'm using one of their venues. So using one of their venues, they'll use their ticketing system, right? Gramercy Theater is a Live Nation venue, right? When you go to, you just type my name in. You go to find DJ Akademiks tickets, they're promoting some other shit. Like, they'll promote whatever is their priority. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that they control the entire market of touring and the live experience. If they give somebody a deal for a stadium, it won't flop. They're going to funnel people to it. Whether they give some tickets away for extra promo to some radio stations, whether they do there's mad ways that because they own every facet of the industry. They can't flop. So the idea that Beyonce's tour would possibly flop is out the window. This isn't like, about 10, 15 years ago. Remember when like you would hear like, oh, Future and like Meek Mill, they're going to go on a tour and it didn't work. Matter of fact, I don't even think those were with Live Nation, honestly. Look, Future and I can't remember who it was. 7 dates canceled on the Future and whatever Legendary Nights tours. Okay, but okay. All right, let's figure this out. And I'm not using this to shit on Meek Mill or Future. By the way, Future these days does amazing with his touring, right? Let's click on this. Okay, can I open it up or not? Okay, here we go. Okay, Okay, I know they're selling it through Live Nation. I don't know if this was a Live Nation show. Is it? I got to figure out if it was. Anyway, the point what I'm trying to say is that, like, Live Nation, this is what I call it, it's a monopoly. If they send Kendrick out, it's going to sell out. If they send Drake out, it's going to sell out. If they send all these niggas out, it's going to sell out. It's not like back in the day, even 10, 15 years ago, that they would try with some of these guys. You know what I mean? Like, for example, we got to think about the touring game very different. And I know I'm getting into, like, this is behind the scene industry shit where you get to know about really the live game, which is really complex. Let me ask y'all a question, right? Moneybagg Yo dropped a project about 6 months ago, right? Where was it? No, what project did he drop? Is it this? Speak Now? Okay. How does Speak Now do? Can we figure it out? Moneybagg Yo first week sales, Speak Now. Okay, the shit sold 43,000 first week, right? Now, Moneybagg Yo arena tour. Moneybagg Yo did an arena tour like few months before he sold 43,000 first week, right? Let me try to get the dates for those for y'all, right? Moneybagg Yo larger than life tour dates. Here are the dates. So you're gonna see like these arenas that hold 20,000 that he's supposedly. Oh my god, I can't fucking find it. Can I? Did they delete it? Okay, it's deleted. Jesus. Okay, did I find anybody that has the dates? Moneybagg Yo heads arenas. Okay, they won't. Oh my god, this is like fucking killing me. Sorry. Okay, I'll just do it here. Okay, good. Here are the here are the dates, right? Amway Center, State Farm, Spectrum, Terminal 5. He did that for like a bunch of well, actually, they did that for one day. Wow. I'm surprised he did Terminal 5. Anyway, Toyota Center, that's where the Rockets play. The point what I'm trying to tell you is the touring game is so down to a science now. If they want to put Moneybagg Yo in a arena, they know how to make it look, right? So there's so many different ways. For example, all these arenas he went to, most arenas could hold about like 13 to 14,000 for a rap show, right? Or 12,000, right? Depending on how your stage is. For Moneybagg Yo, it was like 7,000, and he was still selling out. Because what they do is they cover the top, like, you know, there's like multiple levels. They cover the top levels, right? They'll put black curtains up there. So they only sell for like 2 levels, and it's called a lower bowl tour, right? They know Moneybagg Yo ain't gonna sell 12,000 tickets. No disrespect to him. He ain't gonna sell 12,000 tickets. This isn't chance. They own the entire business. They know exactly what's gonna happen. They know how to promote it. It's pretty much a Ponzi scheme. The only people who win when it comes to Live Nation is Live Nation. Think about this when it comes to a general Ponzi scheme, right? Live Nation owns the ticketing system. Every time you buy a ticket, you got to pay a fee. They eat off of that. When you get to the place, you pay for parking. They usually own the parking structures. They eat off of that. You get up in that bitch, your girl is hungry, you got to go get her a fucking glizzy or a hot dog or some shit or get her some drinks. They eat off of that. Your bitch is saying, oh no, I love Jhené Aiko. I need to get some merch. They eat off of that. Even like shit. I'm dealing with Live Nation now. They were like, hey, you want to sell merch at your show? Oh, we need percentage, gang. Yes, they eat off everything. They eat off the venue because you rented it. They eat off the fucking staff because there's extra fees for it because they got work and what they call all these little union things. They get percentage off the food, the liquor, the parking. They own the ticketing structure. They just get money off everything. So this idea, and I only break that down to tell y'all, this is why when people are saying this whole Kendrick thing is like, yeah, For people who do care about ticket sales, you can generally look at if someone is slow in tickets, if there's interest. But by the time that concert happened, unless Live Nation drops the ball, they're going to do their magic and fill that bitch. Like, I know, it's not bots, but they're going to fill that bitch. Beyonce's going to make them too much money. They're going to fill that bitch. One way or another, they're going to fill that bitch. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's extra promo, whether it's like, yo, oh, hey, you're a big fan of Beyonce, you just qualified for a free ticket, whatever they got to do, they're going to fill that bitch. Because here's the thing, too. If they give away a free Beyonce ticket, who gives a fuck? The nigga got to pay for parking. They going to buy food. They going to buy liquor. You're still going to get paid. So that's why like I don't really like clown artists no more like that. Especially the bigger ones. If it's smaller ones, they ain't got no backing, right? The bigger artists, like Beyonce got sent out there by Live Nation. Like Beyonce, that ain't just Beyonce and her husband doing that. That's a Live Nation thing. So Live Nation ain't gonna let Beyonce flop. So like 50's getting a joke off because they ran some articles, which by the way, I'll tell you another thing. Live Nation pretty much got it in with all the media outlets. I'm surprised when any media outlet talk bad about Live Nation because they pay everybody off. You feel what I'm saying? Like Live Nation will Live Nation will, and I shouldn't be saying this because I'm about to be working with them for my show, right? They're gonna be like, fuck this guy. Live Nation, like for example, like I literally got told when Sexy Red tried to go, so remember I told you the whole story. They offer Lil Baby $650,000, right? But they're a monopoly. They're looking at Baby like, you better take it. This is the height of Baby's like success. He's got offered $650,000 to do these shows. Another company, their name is AG. They came through. They said, "Baby, you're hot as fish grease, my nigga. You could do these arenas, and we could pay you $950,000. Okay, we'll give you more money. It's $300,000 more money, right? But this is why you can't go against the conglomerate, the behemoth. When Baby took that deal, Live Nation paid for so much press that any single time there was a show cancellation, why do you think you be hearing a lot about Rod Wave's cancellation? He not with Live Nation. Anytime you're not with Live Nation, they make sure niggas know that tour not looking too good. You know why? And by the way, they still get paid because all of these venues are Live Nation venues. Live Nation own all the venues. So even when their ops want to use their venues, they'll be like, oh, word, they have some production problems? All right, let's pay for press to make this tour look ghetto. For Baby's tour, they paid for press to make sure that shit looked like it wasn't selling. And at the end of the day, everybody kind of comes back to Live Nation. Anyway, I'm probably ranting, and maybe some of you guys don't give a fuck what I'm talking about. The point what I'm trying to say, man, is that there's no need to laugh at Beyonce, man. Beyonce is going to be good, bro. She can't flop. Not only is Beyonce, it's like, bro, she's with Live Nation. Like, bro, Jay-Z, Rock Nation, Live Nation, like, you know, Jay-Z got mad, pull over there. It's impossible. It's fucking impossible for Beyonce's tour not to look good. I'm actually surprised that this article even came out. And just because I work in media, I know how it came out. Somebody paid for this shit, and I guarantee Live Nation's on it because who the fuck is going to fuck with Live Nation? Live Nation's like UMG. You don't fuck with them, honestly. So somebody putting out that her tickets ain't doing good, it's definitely a competing company that's trying to do what Live Nation normally does to them, except Live Nation's, we're going to see videos. They're probably going to spend $100,000 on whenever this concert happens, just showing the stadium that there's no fucking seats available. It's a Ponzi scheme. Like, when it comes to tour, it's all a Ponzi scheme at this point. Like, you got to realize, this is why Drake, like, even stays on tour, right? At this point, it's just like, they're looking at Drake, they're like, yo, bro, let's get this fucking $300 million. That's why most of these guys stay on tour. And it's funny that 50 even says this because 50 went on a tour with Live Nation. Like, I know 50 didn't think, no disrespect to 50, but, bro, your tour was the, like, fourth highest gross tour of all time. No disrespect to 50. 50 was doing club appearances a couple of years ago. Is it just magically everybody want a G-Unit reunion tour? Now, granted, people, of course, love G-Unit like that. But when Live Nation pushes the button on you, it's like when the major labels pushes the button on the artist. You can't fail. And it's funny that 50 said this. Watch Beyonce's tour numbers after this shit ends. Trust. Anyway. But 50's petty. 50 knows this. He just wants to get at Beyonce and Jay. You know, he hates them, you know? Whatever.